So I'm gonna try to make this video pretty quick, just for you guys that are gonna start getting ready to paint. First, the main thing we use to pour our paint is plates. The good thing about the plates is they last a pretty good while. Now you'll notice that some of them have like already paint on them, but the thing is the paint's already dry. It's not gonna affect the way your paint looks. So I know there's some clean plates, there's some used plates. So the reason this paint doesn't come off is because it's acrylic paint that we use in my painting 2 class. You guys are using tempera paint, which is a water-based paint. Much easier to clean up. It goes on much easier, much smoother, and that's why we use it in Art 1. So when you're getting paint, just a little at a time. I usually say, you know, no more than about the size of a quarter at a time. If you pour like big old puddles, that stuff's just gonna be washed down the drain. It's always better to get a little bit, and then if you run out, go back and get some more. And then you got to think about, what am I painting? Am I painting the whole mask? Am I painting just a small part of it? You know, and just get a little bit of paint at a time as you need it. So plates, pour. And then the other thing, some people just go over there to the counter and just start pouring all kinds of colors. Listen, think about what you're doing and think about, what paint am I going to use first? Use that paint, because more than likely you're going to have to let that first paint dry, and you don't want the other paint just sitting there, because that'll dry out too, just sitting out on the plate like that. So think about it and pour what you need at the time. You can always get up and get some more when you need it. So the thing with paint brushes, you know, what we don't want, this one is one that's kind of dry because someone didn't wash it out right. So I just want to show you what you need to do in order to wash out your paint brushes. So after you use it, you know, your paintbrush will look something like this. It's gonna be full of paint. Best thing to do is try to get as warm. The warmer the water, the easier it's gonna clean out. So as warm as you can stand it, you know, you're gonna take the brush, clean it out. Best thing to do is hold your hand under the thing and run in a swirling motion the brush so it cleans out. And then you just kind of use your hands to make sure the entire brush is clean. You know, just clean it off. And once it's dry, you know, shake it off a little bit, try to shape it, and then it goes on the towel. Now, for some of us, you know, this is an example of a brush that wasn't dry or cleaned out well. You know, it's because probably these people just kind of ran it and did this and put it up. If you run into a brush that's like this, that has some tint, this is gonna affect your paint. We do have this cake. This is like a brush cleaner. All you do is kind of wet your brush, swirl it a little bit. It's like a bar of soap, I guess. And then with your hand a little bit wet, just swirl it. And see, that'll take out a bunch of that paint that was left on the brush. And you just kind of use it like soap. And hopefully it'll clean out the brush as best as it can. Now, if we have a brush like this, it's already stiff. You know, depending on what type of paint was used, we could try to use this, but sometimes it will not come off. So for that reason, we need to make sure that we clean our brushes the best we can to begin with. Now, let me show you. So once you're done with cleaning. Oh, and I forgot about cleaning plates. Yeah, at the end of class, if you have paint, you just kind of use one of these sponges to clean off your paint. You know, take it off, shake it off, and then it goes on the drying rack, just like that. Brushes, once they're dry, you know, a lot of teachers have told you, you know, put them right side up, just like that. What we want to do is we actually want to lay them on the towel, lay them on the towel. The reason is we want the bristles to dry out, but if they're standing up, the water runs down the ferrule, which kind of messes up the glue that holds it together. So we'll lay them down, you know, just lay them down here, and that's how they'll dry. All right, thanks.